Darren, with training ahead of this one, is it just a case of keeping everything normal and regular, or do you throw something different into the mix as it's clearly such an important game? What's the thinking?
No, we just try and do what we would normally do and prepare as normal for a Wednesday night game after a Saturday game. I don't think any changes is necessary in terms of how we plan and prepare, because it doesn't need me to sit down with the players and explain to them how important this game is. They're fully aware of it. It's a game we need to win. But talking about Saturday, I've seen a lot of good stuff from Saturday. 16 shots at goal, the least amount of shots against the whole season. So there was some real positives from that game.
Yeah, big steps forward from Cardiff, clearly. And with the psychological challenge, I suppose, of this particular match, it's unusual in that the stakes are really high, but both sides coming into it having had their struggles. How do you feel that changes it?
Well, I think, both teams are struggling. We're not in good runs. They've, I think, lost 8 in the bounce. And I've got to try and take as many positives from the game on Saturday as I can. I've then got to pick a team for this game. But I think with the players at the moment and myself with the players, I think it's really important we focus on the positives. And we got a lot of them on Saturday. Just missing that wee bit of a break, or, the keeper made a fantastic save off Wardy, hit the bar. So just those little things that didn't go for us. And if they had of, the game would have been totally different. We'd probably be talking about a win, but they didn't. So it's important that the players see the good stuff that they did on Saturday, which we will show them. And my job is to make sure that they're prepared fully for the game, but also they go into it in a positive frame of mind, because I think that's going to be key.
Yeah, and you touched upon it on Saturday, the importance of the fans for this one. Almost certain there will be difficult points in the game, points where it's hard to watch, but so important that everyone just sticks together as much as possible, because that could genuinely be the difference.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's always going to be important. And I think after the game on Saturday, I said that the fans stuck with the players. You could hear them; they were with them, and I think that's going to be important that they stick with the team. Because clearly it could be nervy moments in the game because it's such a big one. But I think it's important that when we have periods in the game where Reading may get some sort of control, everyone stays calm and the fans stay behind the team. That's going to be really important, because the players really do respond to that and they do feel it as well.
Clearly, there'll be some people thinking it's game over if it doesn't go to plan on Wednesday night, but probably the best way of looking at it is that the task becomes a lot harder, doesn't it? This is your most direct route to jump straight back into contention and get some momentum.
Yeah, it's staring us in the face. We win, we go above them with a game in hand, and we also move further away from the teams below us. So I think it's there, and it's clear what we have to do. We have to try and get a performance that leads to a win. In terms of, we've got to be aggressive, we've got to do the basics right. I think we got that on Saturday. And in football, you can simplify football quite easily. You've got to win more tackles in the opposition, more headers, run more. The stats were very good from Saturday in terms of that. And we've got to get all that again tomorrow night, regardless of what the team is. And then obviously we've got to get that bit of quality to try and help us win the game.
What do you make of Reading as a side? Have you spent too much time looking at them? What do you make of them?
Yeah, I've watched them, and they've conceded a lot of goals like ourselves. They have got threats. They'll have to make one change at least from Saturday. Hoylett got sent off. They play a particular way that they have done for a long time now, in terms of formation. So we'll just have to prepare as normal. But every team you play against has got a threat. I think it's really about how we go about this game and how we approach it. I think that's going to be really important. First goal is going to be important in the game tomorrow night. There's no doubt about that. And if we can start on the front foot and hopefully get that, then that'll go a long way to helping us win, I think.
When it comes to picking the side, is there a balance to be struck again between the fitness and the freshness, getting that right?
Yeah, but we've had an extra day, so that's good. We'll work on everything we need to today in the session. Trying to think from Saturday, we've got Ronnie Edwards has got half a chance for tomorrow night. Joe Randall got another 90 minutes on Sunday, so he's getting closer. Mark Beavers will still be out. Hayden, who come off, he's going to be absolutely fine. So, you know, it looks like we'll have one more player than we did on Saturday, where Ronnie looks like he's going to be fit.
What's been up with Ronnie?
Close. He's going to be certainly close. You know, he's got more chance for tomorrow night than he had on Saturday. He's just felt his hamstring a little bit, so it's probably going to be a late shout with him. But he's got more of a chance, obviously, than he did on Saturday.
Yeah. And with Joel Randall, has he been injured, or has that just been a match sharpness thing?
No, he's obviously had his injury problems, and I think what we've said with Joel is we don't want to rush him back and get another injury, if you know what I mean. He's had a pretty terrible time with injuries and COVID and all the rest of it, so his season's actually never really got started. And I've got to be mindful there's 17 games to go. I don't want to get a player back and then he gets re-injured, just like muscle injuries like Beavers and Ronnie have got. I don't want to risk people that I think they're going to then be out for 6 weeks and it's almost to the end of the season. So I've got to be careful with that. I could do without it, I've got to be honest. But I've got to be mindful of it, like what I did at Cardiff for Mark Beavers. If I'd have risked him and he did his hamstring properly, he's seen how long he was out last time. I don't think we're in a position to be doing that.
And you mentioned on Saturday, in terms of encapsulating the desire, the intensity that you want, Nathan Thompson was the guy that best did that on Saturday, particularly given his lack of match fitness. And to be fair, he's been that guy, hasn't he, mostly through the season. I think you mentioned before that he's worked so hard to get to the Championship. You can really see in his performances that he doesn't want to let it go, and you just need that right through the side.
Yeah, you do. And Tom was a doubt going into the game. And I spoke to him on Friday morning. We did a fitness test with him. We had a good chat, and I said, look, you make your own mind up on this. You know your own body. He went out, he did a bit of running, he felt fine. He said, look, I want to give it a go. And he's a great example of what we need at the moment. That commitment. He was fantastic in the game. Absolutely, really, really top draw performance. He was aggressive. He combines well with Joe Ward. They've got a good partnership on that side. So yeah, he's a great example of what we need, because it's difficult for all of us at the moment. But if you just actually show that desire that you want to do something about it as a team, Tom Wood certainly was the example as an individual for the rest of the team.